The recovery mission to locate the bodies of 4 aviation personnel presumed dead following the Taipan helicopter crash in the Whitsundays is ongoing today. As the search continues, there's an ongoing discussion as well about the future of the Taipan helicopters. The entire fleet remains grounded until Defence figures out exactly what went wrong. It's the second crash in the space of 6 months after another Taipan had to ditch in Jervis Bay back in March. It's the latest in a string of problems as well, dating as far back 2010. The entire fleet is due to be decommissioned over the course of this and next year to be replaced by a new fleet of 40 American Black Hawks. That's at a cost of $2.8 billion. Joining me now is Liberal MP Phillip Thompson, himself a former infantry soldier in the ADF. Thanks for your time. You served with one of the men, Alex.
Yeah.
It's a cliche around the close-knit defence community, but this would be hitting hard.
Yeah, it's tough, mate. I served with Nags in one area before he went on to be a loadmaster and go to 6 Aviation. Mate, he's a dude, right? He's one of us. He's the kindest person I've ever met. And to be woken up early hours of the morning to hear that, that there's been a helicopter crash in the water and him being on it was heartbreaking. And to the families, like there's children right now with their dads missing. There's mums with sons missing. There's wives whose husbands are missing. Our friends that we know, who know them, are out there right now searching for them. The ADF is a wide family, it's a big family, but right now we've got our people out there, searching for them.
It's obviously, anytime you're talking about the theatre of war, things can happen. How do you put this down though? Because obviously training exercises, it's not a desk job.
Yep.
It's still a workplace. Yeah. How do you sort of, react to the fact this has happened in training? Is that unacceptable?
I suppose with ADF service, there is an inherent risk during training, and it does show and shine a light on that. And our brave men and women who put on the uniform can be and put themselves at risk even through training. This highlights it. But you don't think of it as happening. So when there's been helicopter crashes in Afghanistan, in your mind you're like, yep, it's Afghanistan, you're in the war and things like that. When it happens during training and it goes into the water and it's something that you nearly can't believe. And then ships are being redirected. So we've got Talisman Sabre happening, ships being turned around, people that they've served with are out there in the water through the night, in the morning to try and bring our mates home.
As to the helicopter itself, so the response from the government is the fleet's grounded. They say they're going through a careful process to see if it's out there again. But we didn't, I guess, hear a clear explanation of whether there was advice not to have it out there. You haven't been on a Taipan, but you nearly did.
Yeah, I nearly did in Townsville, a part of a Talisman Sabre a couple of years ago. And there was the Chinook and the MH90, and we were going out in the Chinook, and I said, no, I want to go out in the MH90, and I was told that...
MH90 is the Taipan,
yeah, the Taipan,
for our viewers.
And they said, no, it was unsafe for me to get into. And if it's unsafe for me, it's unsafe for the soldiers. It's unsafe for everyone.
So this was someone relatively senior?
Yeah.
Senior, I'm not trying to winkle out a name, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And they said to you, oh, no, you're an MP.
Yeah. So
that's unsafe.
So this was at the time where they were grounded and just coming back online as well in a previous time. I think it was around 2021. I've been very open about my thoughts on the Taipan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the MH90, and I think that the sooner we phase them out and bring in the Black Hawk, the better.
And it was literally get on the Chinook, not the Taipan.
Yep. Yeah. So it was said to not be suitable for me to get in, and if you can't get a member of parliament in it, if you can't get a prime minister in it, then you can't get a soldier in it, because their lives are more important, I believe, than what we do, because they're out there in uniform protecting and serving this nation.
Have you sought clarification on the approval process? Because clearly this would have been, a big exercise. They were deemed safe and got back out there. But within the Defence Force, at least the people dealing with you didn't agree with that.
Yeah, so at the time when I wanted to get on there, they were flying. So there shouldn't have been a big issue apart from a manifest kind of reshuffle, I'd assume. They've been deemed through whatever process they went to go back into the air to fly. We saw what happened in Jervis Bay at the start of this year. And I think, it's my opinion, that phasing them out quickly to get Black Hawks is the best solution. But right now, our only focus is on the brave men and women out there serving and looking after and looking for our 4 soldiers who are missing.
Yeah, it's unthinkable for those families to get, that dreaded phone call. Phil Thompson, appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you, Fab.